Alright, Shalom, Shalom. Give me 1 second. Alright. Alright, Shalom. Again. Before I begin, let me start out by giving all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Kwadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teaching the course where I learn this truth. Alright, peace and salutations to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai's elect, the house of David. Alright, today is March 14th, year 2023, the hopeful year, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, bringing all the prophecies to pass. Alright, and just gonna jump right in. One of the main things that's going on in the world today, in this moment, as we speak of, you got this, these banks are starting to lose these people money. Alright, and it's gonna affect us too. You know what I'm saying? Us in this truth, it's probably already affected some brothers as well. But the difference between the brothers in this truth and the people of the world is that we understand that this money is gonna go at a point in time anyway. All right, it's gonna be a digital currency change, and we know these things are gonna come. So we're gonna be equipped to deal with it more than the average Joe Smo out here. All right, especially the average Joe Smo Israelite, meaning just one of these 2/3. Alright, when them niggas ain't getting their money and they ain't able to do their folly and all the madness that they do, alright, they're gonna feel a way about it and they're gonna take actions into their own hands, alright? You know what I'm saying? Civil unrest is coming. Alright. Let me read this scripture to open up. Isaiah 24 and verse 10. They say, the city of confusion is broken down, every house is shut up, that no man may come in. All right, the city of confusion is talking about America. Mystery Babylon, all right, which means confusion. All right, verse 11, there is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened, the mirth of the land is gone. All right, the scripture tell you it's better to enter into the house of mourning. It's better is it to go into the house of mourning than it is to go into the house of mirth. All right. But 2/3 of our people, they've been mirthing it up, all right? And this is if the Lord does see fit to bring the, the plague of taking you niggas money away right about now, just think about it like this. It's going to be a absolutely beautiful time to do it because niggas is waiting on them income tax checks and shit. All right, some people have already received them, some people haven't. But for those who already have received them, you know what I'm saying, they got some money left, they going to want to spend it. All right, Jake getting ready to go on vacation and shit. All right, and for those who haven't received, you know what I'm saying, they income tax, they gonna feel a way about it as well because they'll be like, shit, what the fuck did I go to work for this year? Not to be able to enjoy the tax return, all right? Because that's big amongst the American citizens, all right? Tax season is a big time of year, all right? You know what I'm saying? But the mirth of the land is about to be gone, all right? You know what I mean? These people mirth is gonna turn into mourning. All right. Let me read this in Micah chapter 2. In verse 10, it say, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you even with a sore destruction. All right. Jacob loved that money. 2/3 of them. All right. That almighty dollar, that mean green. All right. And they're gonna do whatever they gotta do to keep it. Even if that mean rolling up their sleeve and receiving, you know what I'm saying, a finesse from Esau, all right? They already done that. But the next step is for them to, you know what I'm saying, show Esau how much they really love him by bowing that knee, all right, and giving Esau, you know what I'm saying, that right hand, or the left hand, you know what I'm saying, or their forehead, all right, and let him put his digital all in them, all right? That's the next step that's coming to, you You know what I'm saying? In society, first all hell is gonna break loose. All right, you know what I'm saying? Jacob's trouble. All right, and during that time, you know, Esau gonna come down with that RFID chip. All right. And anybody that receives it, that's an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get put to death. All right. Job 12:16, with him is strength and wisdom, the deceived and the deceiver are his. All right, so the Lord has his men out here on the highways and hedges and the in-between areas. You know what I'm saying? Telling the people what's to come. All right. Their faces are being seen. You know what I'm saying? They're making their bodies a living sacrifice. And they're giving you the truth of the matter. All right, as they were commanded to do. And Lord willing, you know, I endure and continue to do this as well. All right. This is my 4th year. You know what I'm saying? Doing this. And it's a joy, all right. I love doing this. I look forward to doing it when I'm off my schedule and shit. I get nervous because I be like, man, is the Lord finna fuck me up? You know what I'm saying? I gotta make sure I stay on point. You know what I'm saying? This is a lifetime commitment we've made to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and you know what I'm saying? We gonna honor it. You know what I'm saying? Let me read this. What is this? This is Amos 3. In verse 6 it says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua had not done it? All right, the evil that's coming to this city, the Lord is going to do it. All right, he's going to have the death angels going to and fro in the earth, all right? You know what I'm saying? Verse 7, surely the Lord God Yahweh Bashem Yahushua power will do nothing, but he revealed his secret unto his servants, the prophets, all right? You know, the Lord gonna have them death angels again going through the city, slay utterly, old, maids, old and young. Let me read that real quick. All right, that's Ezekiel. All right, Ezekiel chapter 9. All right, and we're gonna start at verse 4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof, all right? And who's doing that right now? The elect, the house of David, all right? Crying for the wickedness and the abomination that's done in the midst of this earth, all right? All the homosexuality, you know what I'm saying? The proud-ass women, all right? The Edomites being in rulership, all right? Everything is just out of wax right now, and the elect are crying about it, all right? And an assortment of other things, all right? It say, set a mark upon their forehead. That mark is not the mark that is speaking of in Revelation 13. In verse 16, the mark that's in Revelation 13 and 16 is a physical mark. All right, it's a charagma, an incision into the flesh, and that incision is the RFID chip. All right, this mark that is speaking of in Ezekiel 9 is an exemption from judgment, a spiritual mark. All right, you know what I'm saying? We just came out of the Passover, and the elect are going to have that Passover mark on them. You know what I'm saying? The angels are going to pass them over. All right, exempt them from the judgment that the Lord is going to bring on 2/3 of his people. All right, because it said go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem. We ain't in Jerusalem no more. All right, but Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. All right, you know what I'm saying? Jacob's name was changed to Israel. Jacob, you know what I'm saying, had his sons. All right, and then, you know what I'm saying, you got the 12 tribes out of that. All right. And we are an innumerable multitude, all right? Every tribe is a nation within itself, all right? So again, going through the midst of Jerusalem, and the biggest bulk of us is over here in America, all right? You know what I'm saying? The northern kingdom is over here. The southern kingdom is over here. Jeremiah 50 and 33, this is that land where we were oppressed together. All that held us captives refused to let us go. All right, so again, go through the midst of Jerusalem and set a mark, a spiritual mark, upon the foreheads of the men that sign cry for the abominations that will be done in the midst thereof. Verse 5, so those are the angels that's going to cover the elect. Now let's see what the other angels are going to do. Verse 5, and to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. So these are the Israelites who don't have that exemption from judgment on them, all right? Verse 6, slay utterly, and slay means kill. Slay utterly, old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin in my sanctuary. All right, so judgment is going to begin at the house of Israel, all right, with those who know they Israelites, all right? Then they began at the ancient man which were before the house. All right, so again, judgment is going to begin on those who know they're Israelites, all right? And a lot of Israelites, a lot of Jake knows this already. All right. You know what I'm saying? And they know it through an assortment of ways. All right. You got the other camps out that teach. You know what I'm saying? Who the Israelites are. You know, we got the 12 choice sign, which I got mine right here. All right. This is the sign and identifier to let you know who the Israelites are. All right. Starting at the top. All right. From Judah. All right. Being the so-called Negroes. All right. All the way down to Naphtali, being the Argentina and Chile. All right, then you got Issachar, those the so-called Mexicans. All right, Asher, the Columbia. Then you got Reuben, Seminole Indians, Gad, the Native Indians, Zebulon represents from Guatemala to Panama. Simeon is the Dominicans. All right, then you got Manasseh. All right, which represents the Cubans. Ephraim, the Puerto Ricans. All right, Levi, the Haitians. Benjamin, the West Indians. All right, Jamaicans. And then Judah at the top, the American Negro. All right, so those are the 12 tribes of Israel, and those are who the Lord's people are, and that's who the Lord is coming back to deliver. But on this side, he's only coming back to get, all right, the elect of those. All right, over here in America, 1/3 of those people, but an innumerable multitude around the world is part of the elect as well. But the 1/3, 2/3 thing is that's dealing with over here in Babylon. All right, the land of the north. All right, where them death angels gonna be going through the city. All right, through Babylon, slaying utterly old and young. All right, but that don't exempt the again the Israelites throughout the four corners of the earth either, because Jacob's trouble is not an isolated event that's just gonna take place in America. It's gonna be a worldwide event. All right, the Lord is gonna judge the earth. All right, he ain't gonna destroy the earth, but he's gonna judge. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna judge these nations. All right. Let me see, I read that one. Now we're going to go to Hosea. We're going to read some milk scriptures, all right? Some of the foundational scriptures that we learned when we was coming into this truth. And, all right, still build upon to this very day. Hosea 4:6, it say, Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6, it says, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. All right, that's 2/3 of our people because they reject this truth. All right, as it continues, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. That's why they're known as 2/3. That thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God. I will also forget thy children. All right, so again, that's what the 2/3 are. They're forgotten, lost souls on this side. You know what I'm saying? The Lord even called them. What he saying, John chapter 8 and verse 44, ye are of your father the devil. All right, 2/3 of the Israel is like you know what I'm saying, a damn Edomite on this side spiritually. All right, they're gonna get the same judgment as Esau and these other nations. So you know what I'm saying, they're enemies to the Lord on this side. All right. Oh shit, forgive me. Let me see. That's actually in the scriptures too. When King David said it in Psalms, let me see. All right, this is book of Psalms 139 and verse 22. Let me go to it. All right, Psalms chapter 139. I'll start at verse 19. It says, surely thou wilt slay the wicked, O Yahweh shall power depart from me, therefore, ye bloody men. All right. Now Esau is the, you know what I'm saying, the wicked on this earth, but you got to remember 2/3 of the Lord people are considered wicked too. That's why the scriptures say in Daniel, what did it say in Daniel 12? The wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. All right. So you got to, again, and then again, like I was quoting John 8 and verse 44, ye are your father the devil. So again, 2/3 of the Lord people are considered wicked as well. So let's read verse what was that? That was verse 19. Let's read verse 20. It say, for they speak against thee wickedly, and thine enemies take thy name in vain. All right, you got Jake who hate to say the name of the Lord. Like IURC comes to mind right off the rip. All right, you know what I'm saying? They on this Jesus tip still. All right, who's the King? Christ. All that fucking madness. All right, you know what I'm saying? Fucking with our people, with our people's mind. All right, because they were indoctrinated by that name, and just that vibration that comes with that name keeps Jake in a stupor. All right, it just re-establishes everything you know what I'm saying, drilled in them for so long, all right? That Jesus shit, all right? We don't come in the name of no fucking Jesus, all right? The letter J wasn't even invented when Yahweh Shai was on the scene, all right? Our Lord ain't got no fucking English name, all right? He's not an Englishman. He's not an Edomite, and he's not a Greek, and he's not a fucking Latin. He's a Hebrew, all right? A Hebrew Israelite, you know what I'm saying, of the root of David, all right? So again, let me see, verse 20, for they speak against thee wickedly, and thine enemies take thy name in vain. Do I not hate them, O Lord, Yahweh Shai, that hate thee? Am I not grieved with those that rise up against thee? I hate them with perfect hatred. I count them mine enemies. All right, so 2/3 of you niggas is enemies to the Lord. All right, verse 23, Search me, O Lord, search me, O Yahweh Shai power, and know my heart. Try me and know my thoughts, and see if there be any wicked way in me, and lead me in the way of everlasting. All right. And the Lord loves King David. All right. King David is a man after Yahweh Shai's heart. So if King David count you an enemy, then the Lord counts you as an enemy. All right. That's in the scriptures as well. All right. Let's go to Luke chapter 10. All right, in verse 16, this is written in red. All right, they say, he that heareth you heareth me, and he that despiseth you despiseth me. So if you despise the one man of the Lord, you despise the Lord as well. And he that despises me despises him that sent me. So if you hate a man of the Lord, that means you hate Yahweh Shai and Yahweh. All right? Because we're here to do their bidding, all right? You know what I'm saying? Our thoughts are not our thoughts. Our thoughts aren't their thoughts either, but you know what I'm saying? Our mission and goal in life is to do what's commanded of us, and that's preach this word, all right? So if you hate it, if you hate it and you hate us, then ultimately, who do you really hate, all right? Do you hate the messenger, or do you hate the man who wrote the message, all right? According to Yahweh Shai, it goes both ways, all right? Hey, but I always remember and know the Lord gave you that spirit, all right? The spirit to rebel and the spirit to do what it is you're doing. That was the spirit the Lord gave you before the foundation of the earth was even here, all right? It's not of us, all right? Even us in this truth doing what we're doing, it's not of us, all right? It ain't like we came out of our mother's womb and just came out preaching and talking the Lord's words, all right? No. All right, we was in the world doing folly. You know what I'm saying? Doing all sorts of manners of wickedness and shit. All right, the same as the people. All right, as you people. All right, it's just the Lord had a set time and date for the angel to come down here and remove them blinders off of us and get us on a new path, all right, and a new mission in life. Now, does that mean we don't have folly and, you know what I'm saying, wicked shit that we do at times? No, because the scriptures tell you a righteous man falleth 7 times, but the Lord dwells with the inner man, and our intent is not to be wicked. All right, it's just this flesh is darkness. All right, and it's a battle day in and day out dealing with it. All right, and you don't win every battle. All right, that's just the best way to put it. But through Yahweh Shai, the trust, you know what I'm saying, the fear of the Lord, you know, we've already overcome this shit. All right, we're just down here enduring into the end like we were commanded to do, praying that the Lord have us do it. All right. Because we don't love our lives. We understand that part. We're far enough and deep in the game enough to understand and know that we don't love our lives, and there's nothing in this world that will hold us to this world. All right. We want Yahweh Shai to come back tomorrow, if it be possible. All right. All right, so let me get another precept. All right, and y'all, Lord willing, you know what I'm saying? This is edifying. All right, just rolling in the spirit. I ain't necessarily had nothing drawn up or nothing like that. Just wanted to come out here and get this in, all right? This is Galatians chapter 4 and verse 16. It say, am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth? All right? Hey, and we live that life, all right? We become enemies to damn near everybody because of this truth, all right? The true men of the Lord, that is, all right? Not these halfway prophets and part-time prophets who got, you know what I'm saying, that's these extravagant followings and all that bullshit, you know what I'm saying? True men of the Lord, or for the most part, hated by the world, all right? Now, does that mean the world gonna just necessarily come out and treat you with hate? In a way they'll treat a nigga with hate? Not necessarily. It's just, it's all spiritual, all right? We wrestle against spiritual things, all right? We deal with the same day-to-day bullshit that, you know what I'm saying, most people deal with, but it's more spiritual on our tip, all right? The Lord girded us up and built us up in order to be able to do this. This is Ezekiel 3, because the true man of the Lord loves to be the underdog, loves to be despised by most, all right? Even when I was in the world, the Lord had that spirit on me then, you know what I'm saying? I love to be the odd man out, so to speak, or, you know what I'm saying, just be the different one of the bunch, all right? This is Ezekiel 3. Excuse me. Ezekiel 3. We're gonna start at the verse 1. We're gonna start from the top. It say, moreover, he said unto me, son of man, eat that thou findest, eat this roll and go speak unto the house of Israel, all right? And that's talking about these scriptures, all right? You know what I'm saying? Learn the truth. Go teach the truth, all right? If the Lord wants you. And again, everything is spiritual. The Lord makes his words known to his prophets, all right? We read that earlier in Amos 3 and 7. The Lord revealed his secret to his prophets. So if the Lord revealed his secrets to you, then you got to go out and do what you're supposed to do, all right? Again, verse 2, it says, so I opened my mouth, and he caused me to eat that roll. And he said unto me, son of man, cause thy belly to eat, and fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Then did I eat it, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness, all right? Because when you find out you're an Israelite, you know what I'm saying, in the beginning, and you realize certain things, you be like, man, I'm a king on this earth. You find out that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is our big brother, you know what I'm saying? He only loves us. He's only for us. I mean, Yahushai is our big brother. Yahweh is the father. But you find out that you have a direct bloodline and a inheritance with Yahushai, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You have a direct inheritance with him, all right? You know what I'm saying? And only you have it. The other nations don't have that, all right? None of them. Only Israel has that, all right? You know, he's only the God of Jacob. And when you find these things out, you find out the world was made for your sake, all right? You find out that you're going to be, you know what I'm saying, ruling in the new world to come. You start finding out just an assortment of things you find out, and it's sweet to you, all right? Verse 4, and he said unto me, son of man, go, get thee into the house of Israel and speak with them, and speak with my words unto them. All right, let me read that again. Ezekiel 3 and 4, and he said unto me, son of man, go, get thee into the house of Israel and speak with my words unto them. All right. For thou art not sent to a people of strange speech and of an hard language, but to the house of Israel. All right, meaning we know how to talk to our people. All right, verse 6. Not to many people of a strange speech and of a hard language, whose words thou canst not understand. Surely had I sent thee to them, they would have hearkened unto thee, all right? Because other nations, they're jealous of us, all right? Had the Lord gave them what he gave us, all right, they would have been and repented and did everything they were supposed to do. But the Lord got a rebellious nation of people who he loves, all right? And that's spiritual in itself as well, all right? You know what I'm saying? The hard-headed, the most hard-headed ass kid out of the bunch, the Lord loves the most, all right? Out of all the nations the Lord created, he loves the most hard-headed one the most, all right? Hard-headed ass Israel. Hard-headed ass Jacob. All right, iron-head Jacob. All right. But the Lord told us that for our hard head, He was gonna give us a soft ass. All right, that's why we went into slavery, went into captivity, and He had these other nations. All right, literally beat the shit out of us. All right, He had these other nations beat Him out of us to a certain degree because we fell away. All right, as the scriptures tell you in Jeremiah 17:4, we was gonna discontinue from our heritage. All right, the Lord had these other nations literally beat our ass to the point where they beat Yahweh Bashim Yahushai out of us. And the Lord, you know what I'm saying, for His name's sake, gave it back. All right, you know what I'm saying? For His name's sake, He gave it back to us. All right. So let me jump back in this Ezekiel 3. And where was I at? Yeah, all right, verse 7, it say, but the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me, for all the house of Israel are impugned and hard-hearted. All right, hard-headed as Jacob. All right, verse 8, let's read verse 8 though. Oops, my bad. It says, behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and thy forehead strong against their foreheads. All right, so a true man of the Lord, you know what I'm saying? Your head is gonna be hard against these people's heads, all right? They head ain't harder than ours, all right? They look ain't harder than I look, all right? Like, I get this shit all the time, and I don't even be trying to do it like how you see me looking right now. This is my natural look. I look like this the majority of the time, all right? It's just a natural look. You can call it a scowl or whatever. It's just a natural look. But you know what I'm saying? Most motherfuckers of the world, they'll be like, man, you look like you'll hurt somebody. I'll be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like I hurt somebody? I don't got 2 words to say to you motherfuckers half the time. But you mean I look like I hurt somebody? But they just be like, man, it's just yo look, man, and da 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 da. But again, you know, the Lord said a righteous man scarcely smile. The Lord, you know what I'm saying? The Lord is an austere man, so all of the prophets are gonna have a certain austereness to them, to themselves as well. And it ain't to mean that you can't have you know, a side when you let loose as well, and people see that side of you too when your face ain't as strong. But me, naturally, I don't try to look like how I be looking at. That's just how I look, bro. But anyway, but I love it though. You know what I'm saying? Because hey, real men shouldn't look like they could just be easily approached and easily, you know what I'm saying? Just fucked with like that. All right. I mean, especially a Israelite man. All right. You're a God on this earth. All right. Yahweh Shai probably scared the shit out of people the way he looked. You know what I'm saying? But those that are up, that are of Yahweh Shai have no problem with it at all. All right. Let me see. I'm gonna read verse 8 again. It say, behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and thy forehead strong against their forehead. All right. Especially with this truth. All right. This truth is a weapon. All right. A spiritual weapon that fucks people up physically. All right. You know what I'm saying? What it tell you in Hebrews 4:12, the word of the Lord is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword. All right. This fuck hurting your feelings. This shit'll hurt your spirit. All right. You'll get your goddamn spirit cut up fucking with the men of the Lord. All right. What's that saying in the world? Sticks and stones will hurt my bones. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Bullshit. Listen to some of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's words. Read the Bible. You didn't lost your goddamn mind, all right? The Lord will break your ass up with his words before he even break you up physically, all right? You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a breaking point, you know what I'm saying? And the Lord knows what everybody's breaking point is, and he don't have to physically touch you to get to it, all right? What else it tell you in Jeremiah 23 that this word is like a fire, or this word, and the people like wood, all right? The scripture tell you this word is like a hammer that break the rock in pieces. All right, man, please. Again, that Hebrews 4:12, man. All right. Ezekiel 3 and verse 9, it say, and as an adamant harder than flint have I made thy forehead. Fear them not, neither be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. So the Lord didn't give us the spirit of fear when it comes to fucking and dealing with you niggas and looking at your hard looks and, you know what I'm saying, the mean mugs and all that shit, because we understand and know, you know what I'm saying? You're just a spirit and a body, all right? And our spirits, the spirits that are in the prophets, are much stronger, much harder than an average Joe Smo Israelite, all right? You know what I'm saying? See, it said, fear them not, all right, though they be a rebellious house, all right? So we already know. And then, you know, a lot of the men of the Lord came from the world. And being in the world, you're around niggas, all right? You know, and I say niggas, I'm talking about all the tribes. They go for Issachar, all right, and the Puerto Ricans, Cubans, all right, all the Northern Kingdom, Native Americans as well, all right? When you in the world and you're around them, you become accustomed to how to deal with them, all right? Give me 1 second. Let me find another precept. Shit. Let me see. Let's go back to let's go to Amos. Back to Amos. And we'll go to chapter 9. All right, we're gonna go to verse 8. It say, behold, the eyes of the Lord God, Yahweh Shemyahushua power, are upon the sinful kingdom, all right, America, today, all right, Mystery Babylon today. And I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob. All right, because again, you got the elect, all right, right here in Mystery Babylon, all right. Verse 9, it say, for lo, I will command and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations like as corn is sifted in a sieve. Yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. All right. And the Lord is sifting right now through this word. All right. Again, we just had the Passover last week, and it went out Sunday night. You know what I'm saying? The week where you had the unleavened bread. And y'all give me 1 second. 1 second. Oh. Okay. But yeah, you just had the feast of unleavened bread. That alright. This damn wind is making my mouth get dry. But yeah, we had that. It just that was the end of it was on Sunday. I'm talking in circles. And you see what the true men of the Lord was doing, alright? The videos and the lessons was coming out, edification was coming out, everything was still on point the way, you know what I'm saying, the Lord wanted it to be. But what was these other camps doing, all right? I ain't seen nobody from the other camps necessarily do no videos about the Passover or the Feast of Unleavened Bread. I haven't seen none per se. Not to say that they haven't, but I haven't seen nothing so far, all right? And you know how Jake is, all right? Jake was fucking up last year and the year before, so these niggas probably ain't gonna put it up. All right, they probably ain't gonna put it up. Shit, like, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. The Lord see what's going on. The Lord know who had a true, solemn Passover and was doing it out of fear and sincerity. You know what I'm saying? Let's get some more scriptures going. Let's deal with Esau for a minute, because we opened up dealing with that devil, and you could never talk enough about that motherfucker. All right, you gotta always let Esau ass know that his judgment is coming too. All right, Jeremiah 49 and verse 7, it say, concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shemyahushua of hosts. Is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? Flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of the Dan. For I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him the time that I will visit him. All right, and Esau is being visited by Yahweh Shai now. All right, the Lord is breaking him up piece by piece, bit by bit. All right, setting him against himself. All right, all type of things are going down against Esau. All right, verse 9 it say, if grape gatherers come to thee, would they not leave some gleaning grapes? If thieves by night, they will destroy till they have enough. Verse 10. Oops, went to the wrong one. Verse 10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbors, and he is not. All right, and how has Esau been made bare? Again, through the mouthpiece of the Lord, all right? Everything that's going down that Esau was doing is being put on the forefront by the men of the Lord, all right? And that's Yahweh Shai revealing him before he cast him down, all right? Verse 11, they say, leave thy fatherless children. I will preserve them alive, and let thy widows trust in me. For thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shai. It say, for thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shai, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it, all right? So it say, when it says, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup, that's talking about Jacob, all right? Jacob is a slave right now, all right? And Esau furthered the affliction. He didn't just put slavery on us in a traditional way of slavery. He went over and beyond, all right? That nigga was a beast, all right? He was buck breaking Jake. He was raping the woman. You know what I'm saying? Raping the children, all right, feeding us to alligators, African dodgers, you know what I'm saying? That's just the shit that we know that he's done, all right? It's different shit that we don't even know. The delectable Negro, all right? Esau was eating Jake, all right? Castrating Jake, you know what I'm saying? All of that bullshit, all right? And they mocked us, you know what I'm saying? Made postcards of us and sent them to each other and shit. Picnics, pick a nigga to hang, you know what I'm saying? All that different shit. All right, and that was our punishment for breaking the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shai. So that's what the Lord had happened to us, all right? And we went through it and we lived it out, all right? We still living it out to this day, but we're at the end of it, all right? And the scripture just said the person that did this ain't gonna go unpunished, but he's gonna have to drink of the same cup. So guess what? All of that shit that you did to us is gonna be done to you in righteousness, all right? You know what I'm saying? Ain't no homosexual acts and none of that shit gonna be going down, but you will be recompensed as far as being a slave and getting the shit kicked out of you every fucking day, minus the Shabbat and the high holy days, all right? Esau is gonna have absolute hell on him in the kingdom of heaven, all right, from Jacob, all right? Verse 13, it say, For I have sworn by myself, said the Lord, Yahweh Shai, that Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste. All right, and Basra is a people before it's a place, as well as, you know what I'm saying, like when we was going through Jerusalem being a people before it's a place, Basra is a people before it's a place, all right, and it's you Edomites, all right. The Lord said He gonna make you a perpetual waste, all right. You're gonna be a curse, all right. In all the cities, everywhere you Edomites you dwell at, all right. This is gonna go down. Let me read this in Lamentations 4, and I'm gonna come right back to Jeremiah 49. Lamentations 4, in verse 21, it say, "Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom." All right, that's you so-called white people today. All right, that dwelleth in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. We just read that cup. That cup is Lamentations, mournings, and woe. All right, and it just says again that cup is gonna pass through unto thee, to you, to you, Esau. All right, you know what I'm saying? Thou shalt be drunken, and thou shalt make thyself naked. All right, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be assed out in them curses, boy. All right, you're gonna be ass naked and cursed and curses. All right. Verse 22, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. That's Jacob. All right, you Negroes and Spanish Native Americans. The bottom of the bottom today. All right, our shit is finished, all right? It says, he will no more carry thee away into captivity. he will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. All right. So, as it was written in the beginning, the elder shall serve the younger. All right. Jacob has served Esau. All right. In this world, 2nd Ezra 6:9. All right. Tells you, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. All right. When it says world, it means age. All right. Eon. This is the age of Esau's rulership, and he's been ruling since the Greeks. All right. He had the Greeks. He had the Romans, which was the Greco-Roman Empire. Then he went into captivity after the wicked Roman Empire fell for 1,000 years. He was pushed up into the caves for 1,000 years and shit. You know what I'm saying? The Moors was the Dark Ages, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying? Jake had 1,000 years to rule, and then, you know what I'm saying, Esau's deadly wound was healed. That fucker came out of them caves, all right, and got back into rulership, the rebirth, the Renaissance. All right, and that's when he came with Caesarea. All right, sweet red Jesus, all right? And this bitch-ass motherfucker been ruling since, all right? But he's at the end of it, all right? This is the end of his rainbow, all right? And it ain't no pot of gold, nigga. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be some chains for your bitch-ass, boy. Whips and chains, all right? And a pit for your ass to kindle in after you serve your 1,000-year sentence, all right? Again, it say, yeah, we read that, verse 22, the punishment out of iniquity is accomplished. O daughter of Zion. Never are we going into captivity again, all right? But we are going to put Esau in captivity as well as these other nations, all right? Because they were confederate with Esau, all right? So they can be confederate slaves with him too, all right? The Lord going to show them some mercy, but they got a 1,000-year run coming for them too, all right? All the nations of the earth. You got a 1,000-year run to serve Jacob, all right? You know what I mean? And remember, a day with the Lord is 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is one day. All right, you know what I'm saying? The kingdom of heaven is gonna come down on this earth. All right, so just know you're gonna be in slavery for a long time. All right, in the same way you beat Yahweh Shem Yahushai out of us, we're gonna beat Yahweh Shem Yahushai into you. All right, you fucking nations are gonna be walking, talking Israelite soldiers. All right, you're gonna be our prototypes. All right. We're going to beat you motherfuckers into perfection, all right? You know what I'm saying? You're going to be a walking, talking Israelite prototype, all right? You know what I'm saying? Let me go back to this Jeremiah 49, and let's go down to verse 14 to say, I have heard a rumor from the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, gather ye together and come against her, and rise up to the battle. For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen and despised among men. All right? And Esau is despised among men, especially the American Edomite. All right? And they're getting ready to go to war. All right? World War III. All right? With the Russian Edomites, as well as those that's joined on to the Russian Edomites. All right? Let me see, verse 16, thy terribleness had deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock. That's you, Esau. You're the cave dweller, all right? Came out of the Caucasus Mountains the second time around. Your original homeland is Mount Seir, all right? But again, after you got your rulerships off, you know what I'm saying, the Greeks, the Romans, and when the Roman Empire fell, when you got pushed up into them mountains, all right? The Caucasus Mountains, where you were pushed up in, all right? That's why you call yourselves Caucasians today, all right? You're a cave-dwelling people, all right? So again, it say, thy terribleness had deceived thee, the pride of thine heart, and the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill, though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, Esau got satellites up in the heavens, all right, space stations and shit. All right, hey, even down here on the earth, that motherfucker got, you know what I'm saying, tall ass skyscrapers that go up into the, you know what I'm saying, way higher than they're supposed to be. You ain't supposed to build a structure no higher than 3 stories. This motherfucker got, Empire State Buildings, all right, and shit like that. That's fucking 200 stories up in the air. All right, and people have condos and penthouses living up high and shit. You know, it just remind Esau of that cave, being up high in them fucking caves and shit. All right, and when the Lord fucked them motherfuckers up, you people be assed out. Then now you gotta fly like an eagle. You wanted to live like an eagle, now you gotta fly like one. All right, like when the World Trade Center, when Esau knocked his own buildings down and stranded people up on them shits. All right, nigga, you fucking, man, you say it's a 200-story building. All right, and the fire break out on floor 34, and you on floor 37. How the fuck you gonna get down? All right, you know what I'm saying? And it gets worse the higher you get up. All right, man. Esau had you niggas, boy, free falling up out that bitch. It was either burn to death or free fall, all right? And a lot of you niggas turned into eagles that day. You know what I'm saying? Let me finish this off, though. Verse 17. Let me read. Also, Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof, all right? America is spiritual Edom, all right? The Lord is going to plague this place, all right? The Lord is going to plague Esau as a nation, but America is where Esau pushes out the majority of his wickedness, all right? This is Mystery Babylon, all right? As well as, you know what I'm saying, the not-so-holy land with that bastard dwelling over there, Amalek. But America is the hub of all wickedness, all right? Verse 17, we read verse 18. As in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, and the neighboring cities thereof, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shemyahushai, no man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it. All right, the Lord finna burn this place up. They say as the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, that's what's coming to America. All right. This is that place. All right, that's gonna catch that judgment. All right, Joel 3 goes into the the judgment that's coming, you know what I'm saying, World War 3. You know what I'm saying? How Esau army gonna get obliterated and shit. All right. And it also ties America into being spiritual Egypt as well. Spiritual Sodom and Egypt. You know what I mean? Revelation 11:8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. All right. That's where, you know what I'm saying, we were held captives as the whole house of Israel, all right? And where our identity was taken from us, all right? We didn't know who we was after a while, you know what I'm saying? Esau beat it out of us like on Roots and shit, you know what I'm saying? Esau beat our heritage out of us, all right? And we've been over here in this state for a minute. The Southern Kingdom came over here after the Northern Kingdom. All right, and Esau fucked the Northern Kingdom up first, and then he brought us over here and continued said ass whooping. This is Joel 3. All right, in verse 17, is it 17? No, 19. It say, Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness for the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in the land. All right, so it's tying Esau, you know what I'm saying, being Edom and Egypt in together. All right, again, America is spiritual Sodom and Egypt. All right, spiritual Edom, spiritual Uz, spiritual Rome. All right, all these ancient captivities all wrapped up in one. That's what America represents, and Esau is the head of that shit. He is the daughter of Babylon, who are to be destroyed. All right. I quoted this earlier. I need to read it all the way through. The Jeremiah chapter 50 and 33. All right, it reads, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua of hosts, the children of Israel. That's the northern kingdom. All right. And the children of Judah. That's the southern kingdom. So that's the whole house of Jacob right there. We're oppressed together. All right, we were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. That happened right here, because you got to remember, after Solomon died, the northern kingdom, you know what I'm saying, they left. You know what I'm saying? They were kicked out of the land pretty much, all right? And they went into captivity under the Assyrians, all right? And the southern kingdom was still in the land, and they eventually went into captivity under the Babylonians. So we've been divided for a long ass time, all right? When we was going through our shit with the Romans and all that, that was the southern kingdom. All right, the northern kingdom was already over here in the Americas. All right, they were already here. Now you had, as our apostles teaching, that makes perfect sense. You had some of the northern kingdom that stayed back in the land. You know what I'm saying, with the southern kingdom. All right, because Rehoboam, which was Solomon's son, all right, was to stay with the southern kingdom, and Jeroboam went with the northern kingdom. All right. And they went into captivity under the Assyrians. And then once the Assyrian captivity came to an end and they were able to get out of there, they got on ships and came over here to the Americas, all right? Because again, when we were together as a family with King David and Solomon, the 70 years of peace, all right, Solomon had them Hamites in their navy, you know what I'm saying, coming to the Americas to bring back, you know what I'm saying, different things, all right, animals, you know, different substances, blah, blah, can't even say it right. He had them bringing back different things, all right, animals and, you know, things that were befitting of a king, all right, so, you know, we knew the route and the way to get over here to this land, and nobody was dwelling here, all right, it was no other people living in this land at that time, all right, it was just the wildlife. All right, and then the northern kingdom came over here. All right, and they were here. All right, and you know, of course, they were going off while they were here, but nevertheless, they were here first. All right, and then you know, eventually Esau, after the Roman Empire fell, went throughout the world. When his Renaissance got back in power, you know, started with, was it Portugal? Was it Spain? The Spaniards? All right, anyway, whichever one of them fuckers it was, when Esau got back into the power seat, all right, he began to go around the world, all right, and putting Jacob in slavery, all right. Fast forward today, we over here now, all right. I think they say, they got it on, what is the document, what is it, 1619, when they say they started bringing Judah over here. It might have been before, but you know, the Israelites of the world, who was teaching that 400-year prophecy, you know what I'm saying? They was basically equating 1619 to 2019, equaling out 400 years in Babylon, all right? But they was disincluding the northern kingdom when they did that, all right? And you know, we've been over here way longer than, as a nation, we've been over here way longer than 400 years, and that prophecy wasn't even talking about this Egypt. That was talking about when Joseph was in Egypt, all right? Niggas will tell you all about that shit, but they won't agree that they Israelites. They won't agree that they Israelites, though. That only happens to Israelites, all right? Nobody else went through the trouble that the Israelites went through, but everybody want a blessing that the Israelites gonna receive. Ain't that some shit? All right. Let me see. Let me read this in Malachi chapter 4 and verse 1. Get ready and close it here in a bit. All right. Malachi chapter 4 and verse 1, it say, behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. All right, that's the day that the Lord gonna drop them nuclear missiles on Babylon. All right, it say, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord Yahweh Shai. It shall leave them neither root nor branch. All right, because again, Mystery Babylon is gonna get hit with 200 million nuclear missile warheads, according to the scripture. The scripture tell you it's 200,000. You know what I'm saying? Missiles gonna fly over here, right? You know what I'm saying? America's allies are gonna turn on her. All right, NATO and the EU. All right, they're gonna abandon America and they're gonna shoot their missiles over here. All right, the Russians, as well as those that are joined on to the Russians. All right, they're gonna shoot their missiles over here. All right, Yahweh Shai gonna have the laser beams coming out the chariots over here, gonna turn this whole continental USA into a lake of fire. All right. And if you receive that RFID microchip, you're gonna be left in it. If you're a wicked 2/3, you're gonna be left in it. That's if you even live up to that point, because Jacob Trouble gonna kill so many of you niggas. All right, through the famines and teeth of beast and seditions of men and race wars, class wars and shit. If you make it to the end, yeah, that means you clearly got that chip, and that means the Lord got a special judgment for you. All right, a nuclear fire judgment. All right. Verse 2, it say, but unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings, and ye shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall. Verse 3, that's for the elect that I'm talking about, those that fear the name of the Lord. Let me see, verse 3, and ye shall tread down the wicked, for they shall be ashes under the soles of your feet. And the day that I shall do this, saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai of hosts. All right, because the elect are gonna get beamed up out of this place. All right, the 1/3 over here in America is gonna get beamed up into a so-called UFO, which is the chariot of the Lord, and through that glass bottom, they're gonna be able to see America on fire. All right, they're gonna get, you know what I'm saying, when the elect get beamed up, in a twinkling, in the blink of the eye, they're gonna turn into they're going to shred these bodies, all right? These bodies are going to stay here. We're not taking these bodies, Lord willing, by that number up into the chariot. When the elect get beamed up on the way up, this body is going to change, and they're going to go into a spiritual body. Go into the chariot, all right, and see the destruction of Babylon, all right? And other places around the world are going to get hit with missiles too. Got to say that, but this is the thing. The Lord said he wasn't going to destroy the earth. He said he's going to destroy Babylon the Great. This place is gonna get nuked to destruction. All right. Now other places they're gonna get hit with missiles, yeah, but hey, fire is a cleansing agent as well. So whatever those other places that get hit with the nukes, the Lord wants those places to get hit. All right, because this is all His movie, this is all His work, this is all His plan. His Spirit gonna be in them nukes. All right, that's why the scriptures say, they shall not run into each other. They shall not break their rank. All right, they shouldn't thrust each other. You know what I'm saying? Every missile has a strategic target that Yahweh Shem Yahushai has put in place to be hit. All right, it ain't gonna be no accidents or misfires or none of that shit. Absolutely not. The Lord don't miss. All right, we talking about the King of Kings, baby, the Creator of the whole earth. All right, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you know what I'm saying? Almighty, you know what I'm saying? You nations know him as Al-Shakia, you know what I'm saying? Al-Shakia. You nations know him as that, all right? You don't know him the way we know him, all right? You know him for the trouble and the terror that he brings, all right? Let me get a couple of them scriptures right quick before we close this out. All right. Psalm 66 in verse 5, it say, come and see the works of Yahweh Shem Yahushai power. He is terrible in his doing toward the children of men. All right, so that's you other nations. All right, the Lord is terrible towards you other nations. All right, and he's worse toward the wicked. All right, you know what I'm saying? The sons of the wicked. Man, please, let me go to, what's that? Sirach 49. It's another one. What is the other one? The Lord, hold on. Terrible. It's one in Ecclesiastes 43 and 29. It say the Lord is terrible and very great and marvelous is his power. All right, it didn't say the Lord was all love and hugs and kisses and, man, please, not especially to you other nations. All right, the Lord is only like that for his elect, and even with them, the Lord charges them. All right, just show yourself a man. All right, gird up thy loins. All right, you know what I'm saying. The Lord's men are soldiers. All right, they're not just these these of the world niggas that people are accustomed to seeing. All right, it's a difference between the house of David and the house of Saul. All right, and the Lord is gonna make it even more clear. All right, and you women, you gonna see it. All right, you know what I'm saying? You women gonna see it, and you gonna want to get with it. All right, Isaiah 4:1. And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. All right, so even these women, all right, they finna start lining up, because they gonna understand that they gonna need a man to take away their shame and reproach. And can't just know any man do it, all right? You know what I'm saying? It's only going to be a house of David man, all right? One of those righteous, preordained before the foundation of the earth, chosen spirits, you know what I'm saying, of Yahweh Shem Yahweh's elect. Verse 2, in that day shall the branch of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh, shall be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely for them that are escaped of Israel, key word being escaped. All right, because 2/3 of our people, they're not going to escape this judgment. All right, they're going to die right here in this land. All right, right here in the land of the north, or wherever they at when the Lord put them down, they're going to die right there. All right. But again, the for the most, what we're dealing with for the most part is right here in Babylon the Great. All right, that's where we're prophesying that the things that's going to go on around the world. What happened, but the prophecy that we're speaking of for the most part, it's gonna be going down and around the world, but the biggest bulk is here in America. You know what I'm saying? That 1/3, 2/3 thing again is here in America. The majority of the most shameless ass women are here in America. All right, where I tell you what scripture say, a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. The most dog ass woman on the planet is the American woman. All right. You know what I'm saying? The American woman, she's the biggest dog ass bitch on the planet. All right, and that's why the majority of them gonna die over here. All right, keyword again being escaped. All right, because the majority of Eve is gonna die. All right, you know what I'm saying? The majority of our nation is women. All right, the Lord made women to outnumber men for a reason, but it is gonna be, you know what I'm saying, elect women that are saved through elect men. All right, some are with those men now, but most, you know what I'm saying, it's coming soon. All right, so a lot of us brothers, you know, we're gonna have it's gonna be a whole bunch of women coming our way. Let me just say it that way. All right. Lord willing, I'll be at that number again. I definitely not counting myself for that number, Lord willing. All right, y'all about some outside had me, you know what I'm saying, in that stead. All right. So, you know, that's pretty much a good stopping point. You know, we spoke about the RFID microchip, which is the CO, which is the MOTB, all right, which is coming soon. We talked about the financial situation that's going on right now with people, money not being in their accounts and just different shit that's coming. All right, it's tax season too. Man, say it's gonna get real uncomfortable for a lot of people out here. You know what I'm saying? And we aren't exempt from certain things that's gonna come on this earth, because eventually all the money gonna go, and we're gonna be dependent on Yahweh Shem Yahweh for everything. But that's when the real battle. You know what I'm saying? Is well, I want to use the word battle. That's when the real fun is gonna begin. Let me say it that way, because the battle's already started. But that's when the real interesting times are gonna be on this earth. Because hey, when the Lord closed the prophets' mouths, and the prophets aren't on the highways and hedges no more. All right, man. Say it's gonna be real interesting out here. You know what I mean? Because we was like, hey, we ain't teaching no more. So shit, now it's time to watch this shit happen, all right? And scripture says it's gonna be a time like never was since it was a nation, all right? So we're putting in our work right now to get that spiritual blessing and exemption from this coming judgment, all right? Because the Lord said his servants gonna eat. You know what I'm saying? The Lord said his servants was gonna have an abundance. He didn't say his servants was gonna barely have this and barely have that and be skimming by with this and skimming by with that. The Lord said, thou shalt be merry and have abundance. The Lord said, the heathen shall envy thee, and they shall be able to do nothing. All right. That's what the scriptures say. All right. The Lord said we was going to rejoice in that day and be merry and happy and thankful. And other motherfuckers was going to feel down. All right. That these days that we coming into, all right, or good times for us. Now, of course, it's going to be uncomfortable and it's Jacob's trouble and, you know, death and calamity and everything is coming. But we ain't to be fucking feeling bad or not wanting these days to come. These days have to come in order for us to get out of here. All right. And we want these days to come. A true man of the Lord want these days to come. All right. You know what I'm saying? So, that being said, you know, I'm going to close it out with that. All right, Lord willing. You know what I mean? It was edifying. All right, today is March the 14th, year 2023. The hopeful year, Yahweh Shem Shai, bringing all the prophecies to pass. All right, and we praying, you know, this be the last year in Babylon. All right, so close it out. Give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Qudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who teaching the course where we learn this truth. All right, peace and salutations to Yahweh Shem Shai's elect, the house of David. Kwam Yasharala, Kwam Yasharala, Kwam Yasharala, Awad Baba Ball, Shalak Ram to Babylon, Shalak Ram to Esau, Shalak Ram to the 2/3, the house of Saul. All right, y'all, Lord willing, this is edifying. Misspoke on anything, just leave me a comment in the comment section. Definitely clear it up. And you know what I'm saying? Till I'm out here again. Shalom, Akim.